instances. Okay, so what it does is, for example, I'm a user and I am hitting a browser. Okay, I'm searching for some content and I'm hitting a server. So it would not be a problem. Okay, the content, I can see the content. But what if 10 lakh people do that? See, if I'm using application, okay, if only myself I'm using the application, it will directly go to the server. What if 10 lakhs user is hitting a same application?
The server will become slow due to huge traffic.
Yeah, it will crash, right? Because it's 10 lakh. For example, I could say, Big Billion Day, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So at that time, what will happen? Many users will be using that, correct? So
Yes,
at
ma'am.
that time, we can't handle. The server will crash. In order to uh, solve that problem, we are using this load balancer. It will route the traffic. Okay, it will route the traffic between the instances. For example, for application, we are having three servers. Okay, I'm using one application and I'm having three servers. So if I'm hitting the application, it will go to one server, and if someone is trying to hit, it will go to the other server. So likewise, ELB will route the traffic. It will act as a traffic policeman. Okay, in simple words. Okay, for that the server should be healthy, right? It will also do a health check. Guys, are you able to understand what is load balancer?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
It will act as a traffic policeman in layman terms I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. Can anyone tell me? I just wanted to know. And I just wanted the answer from newcomers. Okay. What is AMI? I only wanted the answer from newcomers. What is an AMI? Guys, what is AMI?
Uh, Amazon Mission Image.
Okay. What it does?
It maintains image provided by AWS, ma'am.
Okay.
It provides the information and launch an instance, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm not showing you this page. So fine. So we have three, sorry, we have four types of load balancers. One is classic, second one is application, third one is network, and the fourth one is gateway. Okay, we have four types of load balancers, but the first one, right, it got retired. So we're not using it anymore. Okay, I'll show you this. Okay. We'll be able to see this load balancer under EC2 dashboard. Okay. Now we just know the purpose of load balancer, right? Why it is used for. Guys, can anyone tell me what is load balancer?
It's a service that can manage traffic on all the servers. Like it divides the traffic and sends it to the instances.
Yeah, it will route the traffic. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just give a practical knowledge on how to create a load balancer first. Okay. So mostly we use this application load balancer. Mostly we use that. Okay, I'll tell you the difference between this. Okay, a gateway will not use it much, and for network load balancer, uh, for sending millions of requests to handle millions of requests. For example, on Big Billion Day, they'll be using this network load balancer. They'll have this network load balancer configured. Okay, this application load balancer will allow HTTP or HTTPS protocol. All these kind of request, HTTP and HTTPS request, will be handled by application load balancer. Okay. Okay, guys. Are you able? Load balancer will handle only HTTP and HTTPS protocol. Okay. Majorly, we'll be using this application load balancer. Okay. This network load balancer is used for high performance. Usually, we use it for high performance. Okay, which will handle millions of requests. Okay, and this gateway, right, it will route a traffic between the firewalls. It's for inspecting the IP packets like that. So we will not be using it much, but in order to know if you're going for any examinations for AWS cloud practitioner or something, you'll require this knowledge. Okay, it will route traffic to the firewalls. Okay, I'll show you the picture of all these. Okay, it might help you. So this is our AWS console, and now I'm going to create the load balancer. Okay, for that I'm going to launch an instance first. Okay, I'm using Linux this time. T2.micro free chat eligible, and I'm using create new keypad.ppk. Okay, I'm allowing. See, for Linux servers, it will show SSH. Can anyone tell me what security group will show for Windows? As we have done many assignments. This is for Linux mission. Okay. What about Windows mission? What is the security group will show here for Windows?
RDP.
Okay. Others? Okay, fine. So I'm giving allowing HTTP and HTTPS also, and it should be anywhere. Storage, I'm not taking anything, but in advanced details. Guys, I have told you, right? What is user data? Can anyone tell me what is user data? Can anyone tell me what is user data? I have told you in the class before.
Maybe it's used for automating the instance, like we write some code over there.
Okay. What about others? Guys, try to answer. What about others? What is the user data?
To set commands and instance to launch.
Okay. Why do you want to write commands here?
When we need to install a an app in all the thousand servers, we'll write
Okay.
code in.
Fine. Good. Good. So for a single instance, if you, for example, if you wanted to launch only one instance with some installation, with some softwares like Python or some other like Java, so we can do that usually by login after launching the server. We can install everything, but what if we wanted the same configuration for about, for example, for 100 servers? For 100 servers, we need um, the same configuration. What we do, we are using this user data. Okay. So what I am doing now is I'm just going, I have the script already with me. Okay. Again, you don't want to worry about this. If you wanted the scripts, you can get it from Google. Okay. You don't want to learn shell scripting and all for this. It's not required. You just wanted to know which script you wanted. You just wanted to know how can, depending upon your requirements. Okay. Now I'm installing HTTPD, which is the Apache web server, and I am just writing this. hello world sentence. Okay, I'm just giving two. I wanted to launch two instances. I'm launching the instance. Okay. Okay, I have created two servers. Okay, let it change to active. Let the state come to running. Let's wait for that. It will take some time. Okay, now the state is running, right? And it's a Linux server. What I'm going to do is you can see this load balancer here. Okay. Now I'm going to create a load balancer. Okay, let's check this also. I'm just going to edit this. Okay, you could see this, right? In which we have given the scripts. Hello world from, we have given our host name here. See, this is the IP. Okay, we'll see the other instance also. See, only the IP is changing, correct? Guys, only the IP is changing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's the same
Yes,
record, but only the IP is changing. So we are using load balancer now. We'll check. I'm creating a load balancer. See. Okay, we have a classic load balancer. It's a previous generation. It got retired. Okay. It will allow all HTTP, HTTPS, TCP, and SSL request. But now we are not using it. It's a previous generation. We have application load balancer, network, and gateway. Okay. See, if I'm a user, any kind of HTTP and HTTPS request, it will go to the server. Okay, it will go to server 1, server 2, server 3. And what this network load balancer do is, in terms of, ultra high performance, okay, we are going to use this. It will allow TCP, UDP, and TLS protocols. Okay, this is for examination purpose. Okay, mostly we use only this application load balancer. So I'm just going to create the application load balancer now. We can't show you the loads. Okay, it will we can't maybe we can't see that if it is I can't show you, right? If it is if 10 lakh users are hitting the same server, it will get crashed. I can't show you that criteria. I can't show you that okay. So I'm choosing application load balancer and I'm configuring it. I'm creating it. It's asking for the name. I'm not going to touch anything. Everything should be default. Some cases I will, it's internet facing. Okay, I'm not touching all these. In network mapping, okay, for you can select any two more than two availability zones. I'm choosing all the availability zones. Okay, I'm choosing all the availability zones, and security group is default. Maybe we can okay, I'm not going to touch anything. Inbound traffic should be HTTP, right? I'm just going to use HTTP here, and I'm going to choose anywhere. Okay, anyone can access. I'm not going to touch anything here. I'm just going to create a security group. Okay. Guys, you're able to understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So actually, I'm just telling you one more time. Load balancer is for routing your traffic. Okay. So we have many types of application load balancer, but we mostly use this application load balancer only. Okay. So I'm just telling you how to configure it. Okay. It's asking for a name. It can be given as per your wish. I'm not going to touch anything. It's default. So here it is asking for you can choose two or more than uh, two availability zones here. I'm in North Virginia, right? So it's showing me all the we have six AZs there. So it's showing me that. So I'm choosing everything. So it's asking for a security group. So which we while launching the instance, we get this option, right? To create a security group. The same way I have done. I have okay. Or else you can do this way also. I'm going to refresh and see. This is the name we have given, right? While creating a new security group. Did anyone noticed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This is the security group we created. Okay. I am just removing this default security group, and I'm adding the security group created by me. Okay. Have chose this, and here it's asking for a target group. Okay, it's nothing but your service. What's a destination? It's your service, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you have to create a target group. Okay. Here our target group is instance. Once the user is requesting, the request will go to ALB, which is your application load balancer, and the destination, the target is to the servers. For example, if we have three servers, it will go to the server one, and it will check for the health of the servers first. If the server health is okay, then it will route the traffic, okay, to server one. And the next user, if the next user is hitting the same application, it will go to the application load balancer, will route the traffic to the second server. Okay, vice versa, it will go in this way. Okay. So the target group, it's instance, so I'm choosing this instance here. It's asking for the name. Okay. ALB, which is application load balancer target group. have given this name. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything. Okay. Mm, okay, I'm giving next. Now it's asking to register. So I'm giving both. Now the state is running. I'm creating a target group now. Okay. I have created a target group now. See, it has shown me the target group created by us, right? So I'll select this. That's it. So we have created a load balancer. So first it asked for the name, have given as per my wish, and I haven't done anything here. So here I have chosen every AZs, and here I have created a security group which allows HTTP and HTTPS. And here I have created a target group which is our service and have registered it. Okay, and that's it. I have created a load balancer now. Okay, the state is provisioning. This state should be load balancer state should be active. Okay. Let's wait for some time. Okay, so we can use this DNS name, okay, for writing the traffic, routing the traffic. See, it keeps on changing now, right? From this, you can understand that our ALB is working. So, first request, if I'm hitting this, the first request is going to this IP. See, it ends with 170, and then it ends with 131. Okay, we came to know that now ALB is working. Okay, guys. Now, if I'm hitting, it is uh, first it is taking me to one server, and then it is taking me to the other server. If the user is hitting, it is taking me to the server one, and it is taking me to the server two. Okay. it will also do a health check. Okay. Okay, and let me try. Let me try to 131. Let me try to terminate this. It's shutting down. See, if you are hitting the same, this is your application, okay? For example, this is your application. If you're hitting the same thing, before what happened, it took me to it took me to one server and the other server, right? If one time I'm hitting it, it took me to 170 server, and the other time it took me to 170. Yeah, that server. Okay. Now, if I'm now I have terminated one instance, and if I am checking, what ALB will do is a load balancer will go to server one and server two. It will do a health check in 5 minutes. It will do a health check, and if it is not getting any response from the server, it will assume the server is unhealthy. Okay, so automatically it will not give the route the traffic to the single server, which is unhealthy. It will only give it will only route the request to the healthy servers. Okay, for example, if I'm having three servers, okay, uh, one server got affected. If it's a critical application, many users will be using it. Okay, if the request is going on to server 123 123 and all, for example, if it attained 100 times, okay, what if we are using this Amazon or a Flipkart, for if you wanted any shoes or something, okay, if you're going and searching Amazon and it's showing you an error, what you will do? If you try 10 times, okay, it throws you an error, what you do? Guys, what you will do? Guys, answer. It's a simple question, right? Everyone would have purchased in Amazon or Flipkart, right? So if I'm trying to buy shoes for myself, and if I'm going to Amazon website, and if I'm checking and it throws me an error, what you do? We are keep on trying 10 times, and
Refreshing.
no, if we keep on tried 10 times, what you do? Even after that, it's showing you the same error.
I'll go to the other website.
Yeah. So it's a waste of. So the customers are moving to other website, right? So Amazon will lost its customers. Okay, it should not happen. So what load balancing will do is it will do a health check for every 5 minutes, and if it is not getting a response, for about 3 to 4 times. If it is not getting a response, it will automatically consider the server is unhealthy and it will not send any request to that server. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what about others? Are you clear what load balancing does?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See, these are the users. Okay. Two of them are using their mobile phones and one they are using their desktops, and they are hitting the application. Okay. Now what this load balancer will do is it will get the request from the users and it will route it among the instances. Okay. So first it will check for prior every 5 minutes it will check and it should respond. If it didn't respond, that's it. It will not consider this. It will only send the request to this both instances. Okay? Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is what a load balancer does. Okay. We'll see about auto scaling now. What is auto scaling, guys? I'm just removing. What is scalability first? What is scalability? Can anyone tell me what is scalability? Okay, what is the advantage of AWS first? What is the advantage? What is the advantage, guys?
Ma'am, before AWS, we used to buy servers. It used to cost us a lot of money. So that we replaced it with AWS so that it can provide us services at a very low possible cost.
It's not a low possible cost. You can say it is pay as you go service. You have heard about this, right? So how
Yes,
much
yes,
you
ma'am.
are using, you can pay only for that.
Okay.
How much we are using, we are going to pay only for that. Okay. So if in case, what is scale up and down? So depending on the demands, it would scale up or down. Okay. Okay. The same example. For a big billion day, the demand will be high, the traffic will be high, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. At that time, if you're having only in my project, I'm having only three service for a application. In case of big billion day, only three servers we can't handle, right? With only 3 servers, we can't handle that big billion day. It's a huge demand on the day. There'll be a huge demand. So the instance, it will scale up or down. Morning shift if someone is working, okay, morning or general shift if someone is working in IT, they'll be using, every users will be using at the time, right? So at that time, the demand will be high. But at night shift, at night time, users will not be using that, correct? So at that time, the demand will be less. So what it does is it will scale up or down. For that, we are using this service which is called auto scaling group. Okay. Guys, are you getting me? What is auto scaling? So depending upon the demands, it will automatically scale up or down, which we call it as scalability. In case we are telling that AWS is a pay as you go service, right? So for a year, how many days there'll be a big billion day? Maximum there'll be 5 to 10 times, right? Or 2 to 3 times. For that, we can't buy 50 servers, correct? In a year, we are going to use this application. The huge traffic will be in an application for 1 or 2 days. We can't buy 50 servers, correct? We can't pay for that. So at that time, only if you wanted on, for example, tomorrow is a big billion day. Okay, only at that time you can scale up. Maybe you can configure your auto scaling, and you can give. It will need 50 servers or 100 servers at that time. And in low demand, when at December people will not work. Okay, so at that time demand will be very less. So at that time they can scale down. Guys, very clear? Up or down? Why this ASG is used for auto scaling?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can anyone tell me what is auto scaling? If in need, it will scale up. Okay. If it is not required, it will scale down. Okay. There are two types of auto scaling, which is horizontal and vertical. Okay. What this vertical does is I'll be telling about vertical. Okay. It will increase in size of instance. Okay. What is the instance type we are using? What is the free tier eligible? What is the instance type we are using? Sorry? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
8 GB of ROM, 1 GB of RAM, ma'am.
Yeah. What is that type name?
T2 type.
T2
What is the
dot
instance?
micro.
Yeah, it's T2.micro, right? Okay. So in this vertical auto scaling, the size of EC2, the size of the instance will get increased in high demand. Okay, which is T2 dot large. I'm just giving you an example. For example, if my instance is running in T2 dot micro in a day which where there is a huge demand, automatically the size of if we configure this AS auto scaling, automatically the size of this instance will get scaled up to T2 dot large. Okay, I'm giving you one more example. Okay, if one in my project, if I'm having one junior operator, okay, so in order to replace him, if there is what for example there is only two tasks for a project to be done, we are having only a fresher, we are having only a fresher handling some tasks. Okay, we are not for example, if you're having any a release, or if you're having any production deployment at that time, he can't handle the severe task, right? In order, we'll be replacing him with one senior operator. Okay, he's a fresher, he can't handle many tasks, so at that time we are replacing him with a senior operator for a day. What about horizontal instance? It will increase in number of instances. If you're having two instances in a big billion day, and if you wanted a 50 instances, the number of instances will be increased. Okay, here in a same scenario, if one junior operator is there, and if there is any huge task, we will add one more junior operator. We'll add one more junior operator. We will add one more junior operator. Okay, it goes on. Hope you understand. In vertical, only it will get replaced from in terms of instance, it will get replaced from T2 micro to T2 large. Okay, here if we use this horizontal scaling, number of instances, for example, for application we are having 4 uh, servers on a single day, it will get added, the instance will get added here, the only the size of the instance will get added here, the entire machine will get added. Are you understanding? Guys, you're understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have terminated all the instances. Okay, now I'm going to my, where is, see, this load balancer and auto scaling, they are interlinked. Can anyone tell me the difference between the load balancer and auto scaling?
Load balancer handles the traffic, and auto scaling maybe it take cares about the performance of the server.
Okay. So what load balancer does is it will route the traffic. Okay. Depending upon the request, it will route the traffic to the service. It is the job of load balancer. It will only just you can think like it's a traffic policeman.
లేదమ్మా.
Okay. He will route the traffic,
ఇంగ్లీష్
right?
మాట్లాడచ్చు తెలుక.
For in this case in
అదే
AWS,
క్లాస్లో
the traffic policeman is load balancer. It will route the
అయిపోయింది ఛార్జింగ్
traffic from
బండి
the request
తింటున్నా.
from users.
ఏం
Okay,
చేస్తావా?
and it will give that to the. It will pass the request to the service.
ఎవరు
What
బాబు?
auto
వావ్.
scaling does is,
తిన్నవా?
in case we will have to configure it, but in case if there is a huge demand, for example, in night shift there will be no users will be using the application, right? So at that time we can use this scale down scalability option. It can scale down, and at the time if for need it can scale up. Okay, because we are paying as per we are using, right? So how much we are using, we are going to pay for that. So the best service is auto scaling. It can scale up or down, and you can pay only for that. Only for one day you can pay, right? You don't want to pay for every day. So auto scaling is not possible in on premise. Okay. So see, now I'm going to create auto scaling group. Okay. Auto scaling is nothing but we can call it as ASG. Okay. ASG1. ASG001. I'm giving the name as per my wish. Okay. Now it is asking for launch template. I'm creating a launch template here. It's just the same steps you are going to do as per for creating your servers, right? You have some certain steps, correct? The same steps will be here. Okay, this is your AMIs. I'm going to use this. I'm not going to touch this. Okay. Select existing group. Okay, I'm not going to do anything. Guys, I'll share this with you if required. Okay. I've created a launch template. Okay, it's same as the step as we do in EC2. Sorry. I'll delete this. Okay, where is this? Okay, I'm creating a new one. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. Okay, this is the template which we created, right? We have 7 steps here. Have just created a template. The template will be as same as creation of servers. Okay, I'm choosing that. I'm clicking on next. And here in VPGs, you haven't seen this service, so just you can leave. But I will choose all the but I will choose all this, okay? But I'm choosing all the availability zones. Okay, here what I'm doing is that's it. I'm not giving anything. I'm giving next. Okay, I haven't done anything. And the third step is I'm just going to attach to a existing load balancer. Okay, so here we have chose. We haven't chose classic. We are choosing application network or gateway. You'll have to choose this. Here we have a target group which we have created already in load balancer, right? In load balancer we have already created target groups, right? It is asking for that. So both are interlinked, both are integrated, auto scaling and load balancer. Okay, I have chose this. See, I have told you, right? It will do a health check. Okay, you can give ELB also. You can also check EC2 and you can also check ELB as per your wish. I'm clicking next. See, this is a part you wanted to see in auto scaling. Okay, other than that, you can click next and all. This is the part you wanted to check. We have desired capacity, we have minimum capacity, we have maximum capacity. So desired capacity is something we are currently using. If we for in my project they are using, for example, they are using 2 servers. Okay, this is my desired capacity. And minimum capacity instance scale down. If the application is not used by many users, we don't want that 2 servers also, we can scale down. Okay, minimum capacity. Okay, minimum capacity should be less than this desired capacity. Can you understand this, what I'm trying to say? What is the desired capacity? Currently in my project I'm having 2 servers for an application. Okay, so the current setup is desired capacity. The minimum capacity is, for example, if there is no need of 2 servers, if there is no traffic or if there is no demand, if there is no request, we can use this minimum capacity to scale down. What is the maximum capacity? So, for example, in Big Billion Day, the demand will be huge, right? So I'm giving 4 servers. It's just a configuration, guys. You're going to configure. If someday, so it will automatically, if you configure, it will automatically, you don't want to go every time and delete one instance and add one instance like that. If you don't need, it will automatically, it will scale down. If there are many users are using, then it will automatically size will get the EC2. If you're having 2 servers, it will be as 4 servers now. Okay, this is a concept. So this is the main step: configure group size and scaling policies. This is the thing you wanted to give it correctly. Okay, scaling policies, I'm not giving anything, it's none. If you wanted, you can also use this. Okay, if the you have, if the CPU utilization, okay, if it is a target value is 50, if it will do a check, it will track. Okay, I'm not giving it now. We have one more service called CloudWatch. We can, it's a monitoring tool. We can see that in next class. Okay, so for the scaling policies, I'm giving none now. You don't want to worry about that. Just make sure if you can understand this. Are you able to understand this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm giving next. uh, if that I have showed you, right? If the CPU utilization, if it is less than the threshold, you can also opt for notification. I'm not going to do that now. Tags, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to review and I'm going to create. Okay, instances overrides just on match any instance type. Okay. Okay, I'm editing this. I'm giving. Okay. Four. Okay, we have created a group, auto scaling group now. Now we'll go to this, what's that? Target group. Guys, have you noticed this? What we have given desired capacity? Can anyone tell me what is the number that I have given in desired capacity?
2, ma'am.
2.
Yeah. So 2 servers has been created. Can you see here?
Yes, ma'am.
There are 2 instances created. Okay. So let's wait. Now the status to do that, in order to make it healthy, first I'm registering. It will take some time to make it healthy. Okay, well, so in order to make that, in targets, we found that where is the target group here? Target group will be in load balancer. Okay, but after completing this ALB, the desired capacity, if you're giving desired capacity as 3, in here 3 instance will get created. Okay, whatever we are giving in means ASG desired capacity, that instance will get created. Okay, so that is a proof here. Load balancer and auto scaling or interlinked. Okay, here I'm going to well check and I'm editing advanced. Okay, healthy threshold, I'm giving 2. Timeout as 2. Okay, I'm just it is taking long time, right? 300 seconds to uh, for the status to be healthy, so I have decreased the time interval to 5. So it's just a configuration, guys. You should go inside all these and you should configure it. That's it. Here I can't show you the real time how can at what time it will be high and what time it will be less. Anyone can't predict, right? So we will be configuring it. We'll be configuring load balancer and auto scaling, okay, in a project. That's it. So this is how you will uh, configure load balancer and auto scaling group. Hope you understand this, what it does. Just we can only configure it, guys, in load balancer and auto scaling. Okay, will you be able to recreate this and give this assignment next week? Can you create a load balancer and auto scaling group? Can you do this, or do you want me to tell one more time, or it's like confusing? Yeah, it's a big topic, guys. So as a fresher you'll not be able to understand it very properly, but just try to understand why you just try to understand why what load balancer does and what auto scaling does, and why is this service used for AWS, and what are these services doing, and how to configure it. That's it you wanted to know. Okay, if you go to any interview they'll be asking only this: how many types of load balancer will be there, and how you will be, they'll be asking you the steps. So just try to know what the service does. Okay, are you able to understand, guys? Guys, are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Or is it confusing for you?
A little bit, ma'am.
Hmm. Yeah, I know that it will be confusing. Okay, what about others? Can anyone tell me what is load balancer? What is the difference between load balancer and ALB? Sorry, load balancer and ASG.
Load balancer balances the traffic between instances, ma'am.
Okay. What does ASG do?
If we if we are using this, it will scale up, and if you are not needed, it will scale down.
Mhm, yeah, yeah. So we are going to configure it. That's it. Okay. So in a load balancer, what are the steps? Did anyone note it? Did anyone noted what are the steps? Or do you want me to tell me one more time? Or can we have this same class next week? Is that fine if you're a little bit confused? Or can anyone take seminar on this next week? What do you guys want me to do? Do you want this topic to be taken again? Or can or any volunteers who can take this next week? Tell me, guys. So, this class is to make you understand. Okay, if you're not understanding, just let me know. I can help you on that. Maybe I can give you a very good examples, or it's a very big topic, guys. Actually, it's a major topic.
Ma'am, the concept is clear, ma'am, but the thing is, while doing the practical, we have to go from one place to the other one, right? That is a bit
Yeah.
confusing, ma'am.
So, if we try to do that only, we'll be able to understand. If you see it, you can't understand. Okay, you'll have to try to recreate this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what we'll do is this week you guys try to create a load balancer, okay, and ASG. And if you have any doubts or something, you can let me know. Or while you're practicing, if you're facing any challenges, you can let me know.
ಹಲೋ ಎಡನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲೋದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್లో ఉన్న మళ్ళీ చేస్తా అయితే
క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా మళ్ళీ చేస్తా.
Okay, ma'am. Me and Amma will take the class, ma'am.
Okay. Apart from Alia and Amar, are you willing to take this class next week? So it's just a click, guys. You just want to click next. You just want to create. You wanted to select. That's it. But while you're practicing, you'll come to know. So if you see, you'll not be able to understand. Okay, it's a these are both these are two services. It will help you for your interviews. In many interviews, they'll be asking about load balancer and auto scaling only. Okay, just try, but don't forget to uh, delete. Okay, it's a main thing because there are many servers has been created, auto scaling groups have been created. You should delete everything once you're done. Maybe I'll try to prepare a document and provide you for steps. Okay, is that fine? Or how can we move, guys? Let me know.
Ma'am, can you share the recording class?
Okay, there is no recording took today actually.
Okay.
We haven't recorded.
Okay, ma'am. Can you share the steps, ma'am?
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Maybe
Okay,
I'll
ma'am.
share the steps and I want anyone to give a presentation next week. Okay. Okay. After completing this practice, just make sure to delete all the instances and everything. Okay. Load balances and all because it will charge you. Okay. Maybe next week we'll have a simple topic, guys. There are many services, right? We'll start with a simple service. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because I know uh, it's bit confusing for you, right? We'll have that. Maybe we'll have any monitoring services next week. Okay, but Talia and Amar, just make sure you get prepared for this. Anytime I may ask you
Yes.
to uh,
Okay, ma'am.
take this. Okay, but just give it a try. Okay, just give it a try. I want everyone should try because how many of them are in the class today?
అటెండెన్స్ తీసుకుంటా.
38, but I could hear
అటెండెన్స్
only Alia's voice and two or three, I guess. Apart from them, no one spoke even today. Okay, is maybe I'll try to for this LB, I'll try to give some documents. Okay, and just go through it. I hope it is fine for you now. You don't want to go deep dive into the service, but I just want you to know what is this and what is that. Okay, is that fine? Maybe while working in real time, you'll be on. You just need all these, but for this purpose, only what the services and how it works is doing that is good for you. Okay, but go through it. Okay, I'll also send some documents on load balance and auto scaling and related images also I'll be sharing. Okay, you just go through it, guys. Okay, and try to launch at least a load balancer. At least I'm saying. Without trying, please do not ask any doubts to me. Okay, you'll have to try and you'll have to ask doubts. Okay, are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, then fine. So class is done for today. We'll see you next session. Maybe I'll send you any YouTube videos or something. Okay, to understand better, and any documents I'll share it. Okay. Okay, guys, but please uh, try to speak. Okay, without speaking, I can't. I do not know whether you're understanding or not. Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.